So worst game of the year.
You guys got to go first. I got to think about this. I don't play many bad games.
I do. I don't know how, but I managed to somehow play a lot of bad
You
games.
make bad decisions.
Wow.
On buying games.
Okay, I'd say that there's a couple of contenders here. I think Tomb Raider Underworld, yeah, it's pretty bad. I really like Tomb Raider Legend, and I really like Tomb Raider games. I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, but this one's like a darker version, and it starts off so slow, and the levels just don't work anymore. Like, what worked in Legend was the levels were really short, and very action-packed, and this one there's far too much draggy exploration.
Are there vehicle levels too? Like on the bike or something? Or in a car?
I didn't get to any. I'm sure there are, but I stopped playing about halfway through, and that was enough for me. I'm sorry. There's some really good parts to this game. Like, there's some really interesting puzzles, but if a Tomb Raider game bores me to the point where I don't play it anymore, like Tomb Raider 2 did.
That was the only one I ever played, too, and I was wondering what all the fuss was about.
Angel.
I love Tomb Raider 1, and I finished that.
I haven't.
It's the most expensive Tomb Raider on the PlayStation Network. All the sequels are cheaper.
Well,
It says as much about the legacy about Tomb Raider as anything else. It's all downhill from there.
Either Scribblenauts or Beatles Rock Band.
Really?
Because I mean, number one, I got it as a gift, but I really don't like the Beatles. But that's beside that, whenever you play any song in that game, you can just hear girls shrieking and screaming the entire song, and it doesn't go away.
Wow.
And, I mean, I thought I'll just play.
That's great.
I don't listen to the Beatles, so I'll just learn the songs and I'll play them, and that's fine. I'll go through it and get some points or whatever.
Yep.
But and there actually are a few songs that are okay, but I mean that's the screaming thing I can't get over. It's just, I don't want to make it authentic, I guess, but it was just horrible. It's a horrible edition.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's authenticity. Do you ever see the Beatles on the other television show? You can't hear any music.
I know, and I'm there might even be a way to turn it off, but I didn't even bother looking because I just thought, screw this.
Yeah, I think that there's a slider somewhere in like the options menu for crowd ambience or something. But yeah, that sucks.
And part of it is, the Rock Band thing. I mean, it's kind of ending now. It's not as much fun to play these games as it was a couple years ago.
I've always loved music games, though. I mean, I've played them since they began, and and I always will. But it's just, I don't know. I think Rock Band, out of the two now that they've sort of become completely separate. Well, not separate, but their own things. I like Guitar Hero more than Rock Band. I just like the bigger notes, like the visual style, and I like the.
It's also harder.
Yeah, I like that it's harder. Rock Band is just too easy because I just.
Yeah, it's a party game. I never thought Rock Band was very fun to play on your own, whereas Guitar Hero is a good solo game.
Great, yeah.
Did you play was the new Guitar Hero any good?
The new one is amazing.
Okay.
I'll get to that later.
I would go probably with... This is such a stretch for me because I only play really good games because I only go by what's recommended to me.
Yeah.
And I have to say this, just because it's the weakest of the good ones.
What?
Because I guess I'm over the whole Street Fighter gameplay mechanic of fight after fight after fight to no real conclusion. And maybe I was spoiled with the 3D gameplay of stuff like Soul Calibur and Virtua Fighter 5, but I can't go back to this sort of gameplay anymore and really enjoy it. And I don't know, maybe part of it is just like... part of it might be the game in that I kind of still have more fun playing Street Fighter 2 than Street Fighter 4. So in a long stretch of really dumbing down my expectations, I would say that Street Fighter 4 is probably the worst one I played, but it's still a really good game, so I can't really knock it too much. But yeah, worst that I played in 2009. I have exceptionally high standards for games. I only go for the best of the best, and this was the worst of the best.
And it's nothing really all that new. I mean, I think it's really well done. It's really fun to play, but yeah, it's nothing innovative. Right?
And I remember, Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha, where you jump and you can jump across pretty much the entire screen in order to do a jump kick, and the jumps were kind of short. And I was such a cheap fighter that I would just, jump kick and trip. I was one of those guys. And you can't really do it as easily in this. So for infracting my ability to be cheap, Street Fighter 4, worst of the year.